Morning world, it's 10 to 8 in the morning, it's the 15th of April 2015. This is my take on the horoscope of Hilary Clinton, born on the 26th of October 1947 at 2 minutes past 8 in the morning in Chicago, Illinois, making her Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, Moon in Pisces. I'll just spend 1 minute on the nature of her chart. For those of you that don't know it, lots of planets in the 12th house in Scorpio, Sun, Chiron, Mercury, Venus, making her a much more resilient, deeper, profound and psychologically aware person than the surface imagery would suggest. And also with both Mars conjunct Pluto and Saturn all in Leo in the 9th house, it speaks on the one hand of someone who, well, all that Leo, when they go out they dress up, because if they look good they feel good. But it's also about philosophies, belief, with all the 9th house stuff. So this is a person with a lot of 9th house and a lot of 12th house who's going to do their very best to walk their talk, who's going to try and be honest and transparent at all times, but will attract secret enemies with all of that 12th house stuff for no apparent obvious reason. Of a strong Moon Uranus square in her horoscope on the right hand side, the only planets on the right hand side really, do show that she is a self-determined, independent woman who's quite capable of making her own decisions and who is not swayed by other people's opinions. She's quite capable of making her own mind up, fiercely independent. Nice Jupiter in Sagittarius, giving her a brilliant, if somewhat weird, sense of humour. So it's a question basically of what's going on for her. In that light, she declared her run at the presidency at such an opportune time. It makes me think she must have an astrologer advising her. She waited until Jupiter stopped going retrograde, and within a day or two of Jupiter moving forwards in Leo, she declared her presidential nomination, her candidacy. Now as we speak, Jupiter's coming up to her Mars-Pluto over the coming month or so, and you can be sure that her campaign over the coming month is going to get off to a flying start. Saturn's sitting on her Jupiter all of the remainder of this year, so she's going to come across as someone who's prudent and who's grounded when it comes to dealing with fiscal responsibility. She's actually quite shrewd about money, but she is, for American politicians, she's somewhat left of centre. That means she's 60% right, because most of American politicians are very right compared to European politicians. She's still left of centre to most Americans' eyes, and I understand why. She's nowhere near socialist, communist, left wing. She's very much, though, free market enterprise and about people standing up for themselves, but she does also care strongly for community, which is obvious from her chart and from her exploits when she's tried to bring in health insurance and health care for everyone. I'm biased. I live in a country where free health care on demand is available to everyone, regardless of wealth or religion or colour or gender or race. But as I say, I'm lucky. I live in a country like that. She's trying to bring it in America. I'm biased. I can only commend her. Pluto is not touching her over the coming years. Neptune is not touching her over the coming year and a half. Uranus is only doing excellent things to her, trining her Saturn next year when she goes for the election, if she goes for the election. And I do note in 2 years' time, if she becomes president, she'll be president in 2 years' time, just as Jupiter's looking at moving into Scorpio and crossing over her Sun and her ascendant. There will be difficult times ahead for her on this road. But when I look at her horoscope now and compare the transits and progressions now to where they were 4 or 5 years ago, it's pretty clear to me that she's going to have a strong run this time, stronger than last time. And although I will look at all the other candidates, both Democratic and Republican, over the coming couple of weeks, it's pretty clear to me that someone's going to have to be pretty good to take on Hilary Clinton. In that light, I've just got 1 or 2 things to say about where she is at the moment. New York City. I'm coming. I'm going to be there very soon now. I've got dates confirmed. I've got a place to stay. I'm finalising workshop and reading spaces today. Fingers crossed, I hope. So later today or tomorrow morning, I should put out a nice video or a nice email. If you're not on my emailing list, you know how to get hold of me, steve@stevejudd.com. Today, very briefly, what the hell is happening today? Right, Moon in the start of Pisces, conjunct Neptune. Nice day. Bit dreamy, bit fluffy, bit nice. Mercury's just moved into Taurus, much more receptive and feminine energy, far less confrontational or assertive energies as there has been in the last 2 or 3 days. Today's a gentle day. Enjoy it. Catch you later. Bye.